Hello traders, and welcome to Trading the Trend. I am Dennis, and this is my weekly trend report, and we're looking at the S&P 500 right now, and on a 4-day week, as you can see, we had a couple good up days. This is the daily chart we're looking at here. A couple up days, and then we closed the week with some real minor pullbacks. And if you look down here, you can see it was done on very weak volume. So this actually looks pretty good, at least for the short term, that we may still get another push up. We're heading into some major resistance though. We have that 50-day moving average right up here, and it will probably be down here a little bit within the next couple days, where we also have this old high. So we need to see us get above that old high and get above that 50-day moving average, and then we might see this rally continue. It's still a very weak rally, so I'm not holding a whole lot of hope in for this thing. Looking at the weekly chart, we had the pin bar reversal a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, and this is what we did this week with that little bit of a pullback. The major resistance I'm looking at is this 40-week moving average, blue line here. If we get a rally and we get up to that, that will be a critical point. That would probably be a good place to even to go short this market, because if we don't get above there, then we will establish another lower high. We have a high, a lower high, then this would be another lower high, and that would bring us down to new lows. So not looking good long term for the S&P 500 US stocks. Now let's look at our commodities. Here is the weekly on the gold miners. Not a whole lot this week. We started the week off weak, and we had a little bit of rally, sold off a little bit. So nothing big here. We just need to digest some of these moves we've had the last couple of weeks. As you can see, the volume, it was less volume than the previous 2 weeks, so that's good. That's no problem there. We are above the 40-week moving average here, so I would still be looking for this to continue to move up, especially if the stock market has troubles. So let's move on and see how that is affecting our currencies. Currencies have just been on a back and forth roller coaster here. It seems like every day something new springs to life. This is the last 3 weeks of my strong week rankings. The yen seems to be holding its own pretty well, and the British pounds continues to be near the bottom. So those are about the only two consistencies. Everything else has just been back and forth. Now let's look at some weekly charts of the currencies. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, we're looking at the this is the euro US dollar. We've been in this consolidation range for seems like forever, and we continue to be there. A bit of a down week, but nothing major. Until we see it break out of this range, we're just a range-bound trade right now. You can choose to go short if you want near the top of the range and go long at the bottom of the range, but until we break out, that's the play there. Aussie US dollar, we got this very weak rally up on a very long downtrend, so I would definitely be looking for this thing to head lower at some point. I would not be taking any long positions in that. U.S. Japan, we broke out of this. We had this very much a topping formation here, and we finally broke below that. And now this week we had a little bit of a pullback, but then it's going to finish the week near the low. So I'd be looking for this thing to move lower. The yen is strong, and the U.S. dollar is not the weakest, but it certainly is not as strong as the yen. So look for more downward move in the U.S. yen. U.S. CAD, we have had the price of oil moving up a little bit here, and that is reflected in a down move in the U.S. CAD. Anytime oil prices move up, we should see this currency pair move down, but it's becoming somewhat of a weak move here. We're not really, actually the last 2 weeks we haven't made any new lows, so this thing could find some footing here and turn around and return to its uptrend. So I would not be getting too excited about going short this one right now. I think you've missed the move. Euro pound, this has been one of the better, stronger trends we've had. It's been going for about 3 months now. A little bit of a pullback this week, some indecision. We are at that resistance area I noted, and we got above it but then came right back. So until we can get a close above this red line, then it's kind of a iffy trade right now. But still, it's a good move up, but we do have that 200 moving average up here, so we'll have to watch for that one also. Moving on to the Aussie New Zealand. Here again, we're still watching that inverse head and shoulders. We've been up the last couple of weeks, but it's not really doing a whole lot. We need to see this thing get up here and break above that neckline, and that will verify this possible head and shoulders to the upside. And then the last thing we're going to look at is the Euro Aussie. Again, 160 has been the point of resistance, and we rejected that last week, and then this week we had some follow through to the downside. So this thing could continue to move lower. Little strength in the Aussie this week. The Euro isn't weak, but it's not quite as strong as the Aussie. So but still you got a bit of an uptrend here, so you got to be careful with this. I mean, it's been pretty much up, down, up, down, up, and down a little bit. So we could, as long as we don't go below here, this thing could still spring back up on you. So you have to be careful if you chase today's move and try to go short here. You could be setting yourself up for a quick loss. Anyway, that's what I got for you. The market's very much in a consolidation. It's can't seem to get a footing in any one direction. So just keep your positions small. Take profits where you can, and then this condition in the market will pass, and we'll have some better trades later on in the year. So everyone have a good weekend. Talk to you later.